Crack-a-lackin'. Spider, 'tis myself, yourself. That's... Ooh. Game day, lads. Game day. Still buzzing after the epic defensive display from the other night. It felt like another one of those games. It felt like one of those games that were like after an international break. Hang on, let me turn this down. It's going to come through on this. I can mute that for a second. Like it was after an international break and Liverpool come back, and no matter how much we've had a rest or how much we've had an international break, it feels slightly sloppy in the past and slightly, you know, slightly just off in that first game coming back. And we usually get these games like the only poor results that we've had kind of against Everton in recent years is when we played them directly after an international window or after a break or something like that. So it felt like kind of one of those games. But the fact that we defended so well against PSG in midweek, and rode a couple of our lucks, and mainly down to super Alisson Becker, like super Alisson Becker. You know, that just kind of it just put the right on the cards for us. You know, Kvaratskhelia was brilliant. You know, Trent did well against Barcola and that side. You know, they PSG were at home. It's a tough stadium to go to. Liverpool played an away game style football, and we got the result. And went away and got away with it. And that's the thing about Liverpool this season, is that even when we're playing to our like elite best and controlling best, we're not losing games. And that's the mark of champions, lads. You know, you're going to have these games. They could come to Anfield there on Tuesday night, and it could be a great open game, and we could end up beating them like 3-2 or something like that, or we could even blow them away at 3-0, that kind of thing, you know. But you don't know. But yeah, it's down to Arne Slot recognising the teams. It's down to him realising what kind of team to put out to play against. And anyway, City lost today. That's funny, but it's not unusual now these days. It's just not unheard of, really. But how are you, lads? Lads, I'm back live on Facebook. For some reason, it just wasn't working for a couple of weeks, and now it just randomly worked. So I don't know. So let's say hello to everybody. Carl, how's it going? Gaz, how's it going? Yo, Hannah, I would say PSG were pretty decent, and we went on our game. We got the job done then. Exactly. So glad the away leg was first. Yeah, when we got that, you know, benefit because we won the group. So the importance is that even if we get a bad tie in the next, like in the last 16, it's better to win your group so that you get the benefit of having the tier system, that you get the away game choice second. So, Slad is missing for this match. Yeah, he's missing for. He has 2 league games in this, so he was. No, he's missing for. Oh yeah, he was missing for PSG and this game, so that's grand. He's back for the PSG game on Tuesday, and he's back for, and he's there for Newcastle as well, which is great. So yeah, I mean that's the fact that we did that as well with Slat not on the bench, giving out kind of instructions. That just goes to show you as well, you know. So yeah, up to Johnny Heitinga, huh? Anyway, send hello over here. I have to go to TikTok side and say it. Sabby, how are we? Mark, how are we? Owen, how are we? All good, lads, all good. So, which one? No, you missed what? No, you missed 2 Premiership games. This being the last. Was he on the sideline? And as I can't remember if he's on the sideline. I could have sworn him and the lads were celebrating in the stands. The PSG game when we scored. It's just Premier League game, so it was just what am I saying? Aye. As I'm still suffering from that virus, you know that I have a gig as well tonight. I have to go like across the country to gig straight after this game. There's Newcastle. Okay, there you go, sir. Yeah, that's my head. So much happening. You came back to me a year ago. I tell you every detail, every person that was sitting. I can tell you the 2 people sitting next to your man. It fell in the dugout. It's age, lads. Age is catching up with me. He was managing for PSG. Okay. I was sitting there. I was just so. I enjoyed that game actually. I had a few beers that game, so that's probably why. FIFA and FA different. Yeah, I know, Carl. I know. I was just. I don't know why I was thinking I was in a cup. Why did I even think of that? Anthony, thank you for the rose. I have no idea. I think they mean money, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. There we go. There in the tunnel. Yeah, I'm looking at the I'm not in the tunnel yet. I'm looking at. I'm on Premier Plus or Premier sports because, you know, I'm in Ireland. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on, Panaf. I think it's the virus, dude. I don't know what the hell it was. Even my bloody eye socket's killing me. I woke up this morning, my eye socket was killing me. I had to check if I had pink eye and everything. It's not just a socket. I'm pretty sure one of the kids gave me a punch in my sleep. Because the wife was away with work in Chicago for the week and she's only back today. And I'm pretty sure my little girl was like, you know the way they just kind of move around in the bed and she up with her legs and slapping it down when she's moving around. I think she just went bang, 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 crack in the eye and I was just fast asleep and didn't feel it. So I'll probably have a show you now by tonight. Sal needs to go third on the board. Oh yeah, true. Pretty sure that's. Got no sure fix the old beard. I looked like there was a fluff in my thing and it wasn't. It was just a shine off my beard. Just for men, just for men. Too much Guinness for Kevin. I was enjoying it. Who's that? Think you're going to stuff us 7-0. Who's that? Think you're going to stuff us. Oh, it's Southampton, is it? And you know, I like Southampton, man, as a team. You know, if it is a nail in the coffin, it would be one of these games. If we were looking for a bit of a boost, if Nunes wanted goals, it's today. It's the fact that the lads that we're bringing on are going to be fairly hungry for goals today. That's the difference, I think. So I'm just said 3-0. You know, I don't want to be disrespectful to another Premier League side like that, no matter, you know, how low the points tally are this season. Can you hear that? That's my little girl. She has no filter anymore, lads. She's not cute and fuzzy anymore. Tell you that now. The teams are coming out onto the pitch. Oh God, I have that in the background. I didn't even see that. Sorry, that's anything with that there. Team news. Before we start. Alisson Becker in goal. I didn't change the colour of that from the it might bring us luck. Triple captain Salah for this match. Yeah, I did I triple captain a while back. Lucky he got a couple of goals in that one. That's a good choice though to do triple captain today. It is, I think. Trent, Ibu, Verge and Simicast starts instead of Andy Robertson today. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Maka gets a rest. Thank goodness for Tuesday. That's a nice good bit of a rest he's had because he was all over the park as well the other night. So Jones is in for him. Salah, Darwin Nunez starts over Jota and Diaz, and hopefully Nunez gets a couple of goals today. I'd really like to see him doing it. I think you're going for 7-0, triple captain Salah. Jack says comfortable 2-0 will for the Reds, I can feel it. I'm going 4-0, Gaz says. 7-2 Cargoes today. Sarah saying 5-0. Yeah, that's wishful thinking. That's what you want. Hopefully, one of our lads that I own the tickets with, he's over there with his 2 kids today, so they're loving it, which is great. B Canteras, put the game on, bro. And how would you like me to put the game on, B? In what way, shape, or form should I put the game on? Have you heard of a little thing called copyright infringement? Would you like me to lose my channel just because you can't watch the match? I like the way you come in and say bro. And so I'm nobody's bro when you ask for something. I don't even know who you are. When I see these things going around these days and everybody says bro, it's like if you put bro on the end of a sentence, you can insult anybody how much you please. It's nuts. It's nuts. Get rid of that stupid bloody word. It's an absolute travesty of a word. Anyway, let me try this up. It's so wasted on wrong people. Why am I getting double? Hang on a second now. Why am I getting double the... Oh, that's why. Sorry, lads. That shouldn't pop up double then anymore. Are you going over for the last... Do we think it could be a goal fest then? I'm hoping, Dan. I hope so, man. I'm saying 3-0 just to be respectful, to be honest with you. Okay. B Cantera says go Southampton because I couldn't show him the match. Or if you go back to the Village TV would. Alright. Kevin, do you think we should go on a week on rested players? I think we've rested enough players, to be honest with you. Today. like we had a 2-week break before PSG game. We had a 3-day. There you go. Lads, we're going to remember, stay on the same time as me. We're about to kick off. Whatever time I'm on is whatever time you're on. If you celebrate in the chat, the mods will ban you before I see it. That is the warning out of the way. Let's enjoy the match. He's going to blow up now. Kicked off. There we go, lads. And we are away. Liverpool versus Southampton. Anyway. Oh, that's a bit loud. Right down you go. Playing to my end of the stadium, as they say. So somebody who said there, are we going over for the last game? Who said that? Somebody said that to me there while ago. Let me check that. Seriously, kid, don't you think you should have gone weaker on rest of the players? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. No one's fucking bro, I know. Just play, man. Go Liverpool RIP. No hassle, man. Listen, man, I wish there was like a thing where people came in and had a $5 like subscription a month to me, and I could sit there in front of paying a subscription to these guys so that I could commentate like a fan commentary thing. There's supposed to be something like that coming out, and once that happens, I'll be doing that. The problem is you guys are going to have to pay for it. Yeah, that's just the way it works. I could do the whole commentary, but it wouldn't be the same as you paying like 130 quid a month to be able to watch football, if you know what I mean. It'd probably be like a $5 a week or something like that to watch me talk about football while you watch the game live behind me. If there was a setup like that, they'd make so much money. Anyway, somebody was asking me, was I going over for the last game of the season or something, was it? Going over for the last day of the season, spoiler. Yeah, Owen, I was, I'm going over for the last 2 games this season. I'm over for Arsenal and Crystal Palace. I was supposed to do an away game before that, which was Aston Villa. I know I have to try and find a different away game to go to, but it's going to be kind of hard because there's only one. This is the only Premier League game this month, and next month for 2.5 of the weeks I'm gone. I'm in Portugal, so it's going to be hard. What a ball! Oh, unlucky. Right. So, and then when I come back, it's pretty much a straight run. Like I get back at the end of the month in April. And then I have to try and get maybe a tour guide, but I think it's kind of pointless because by the time I'm finished my holidays, I have a few festivals to play with the band, and then I'm over for Arsenal. So it's more likely only going to be those 2 games for the rest of the season, which sucks. But I will be at the Champions League final if we get there, so that'll be 3 games. Yeah. Okay, and you need to provide quality watch-alongs. What's that? Never walk alone. Yeah, that was me. Yeah. I'm a minute ahead. Okay, Sav. No spoilers, please. Am I behind you on that time? Okay. Salah. I see it's inside. Ibu. Jake, thank you for the follow. Sorry, they don't need to be rested. They were off for 6 days and look what happened to PSG. Yeah. I can't pause the radio, Kev, so I'm a little ahead of you, but it gives me time to write my comment before you celebrate. Nice. I'm a minute ahead. Surprise your stream and stuff. Yeah, that's nuts as well. I don't get it either. Could have a look for a separate stream. It's a separate app version, but it's on Premier Sports. I don't know. Oh, that's it. Limited. Salah. Okay. Normally we're about the same. Okay, let me check that actually, just in case. Part of your season, yeah, they're part of mine. As long as the stadium is over 53,000 when we're playing in the final. I'm guaranteed my 3 tickets. If it's under 53,000, it'll go to the priority ballots of tiers and all of that, and then people that are like tier 1, which paid the lowest amount, they'll probably be less likely on the ballot. Whereas I'm tier 2, which means that I get like free drinks and food included in mine, all that kind of stuff, and meeting a Liverpool legend. And the fact that I don't have to pay it all myself each season, that's the thing, because I'm in with the other lads, is a good thing, you know, because it means that when my games come around, I can take 2 other people with me to a game, you know. And the majority of times, me and a couple of lads that are in it together, we kind of go to all the games together anyway, and then we just keep 1 game each for our families in the season, which works out well for us because that means we get like, you know, I got 19 games last season, you know. This season not so much, mainly down to the family illness and whatnot. Go on, Diaz. Ooh. This is my wife's mother sick. My mother is only recovering from a second bypass on the same place, which was a botched one beforehand, and she ended up having 3 mini strokes while she was in the hospital recovering, and she never had an issue like with strokes or anything like that before. It's just caused by all of the scar tissue. So we had all of that this year, which was in the last year or so, so it wasn't nice. There you go. Gravenberch, Salah, Jones! Oh! Jesus, Sabby, you're putting in that before I'm even reacting. Premature, yeah. That's what. I just seen a pop up and I went, oh, Jones. As I was reading, I was going, oh, Jones. It made me say, oh, Jones, because I was in the middle of watching it. Savvy knows that. Just getting overexcited. Snatch or what? Snatch what? Yeah, I think he snatched it, yeah. I think he just dragged it. Alright, there was no goal anyway, so it's okay. And yeah, good effort. It was. It's so hard, like a minute behind. I heard you were saying I hit it too early. I said, you're grand. You're grand. You know anyway, more than most, doesn't it, man? I'm not watching today anyway, Carl. I don't have a dodgy stream listening to it on the radio. Don't you have a phone, Panoff? Alright, guys. It's your early today, bud. Yeah. Oof. I think they were like, I don't know if Southampton will be able to keep a hold of that manager. I think he's an alright manager. I just don't think they have the personnel to do it. And they lost some good personnel in January as well. You know, fellas that just jump shipping them. Oh, Gravenberch, Jesus. He's got these like gangly legs, isn't he? You know? Julius, thank you for the follow. Let's take a minute to think in some about how bad City are this season. Yeah. Everything is affecting them, lads. Everything that I've said in the last 2 seasons has come true. I called it. I said after City doing that treble, they're going on a downward burnout. They're not going to be able to sign as many players to cover it. Sebastian, oh, that was unlucky. So you see, he was nearly a Torres volley there. I've paused and now it's only 20 seconds in front. Alright, nice one. I will look for a second stream there in a minute. I'll just see if there's a difference in time. I'll actually look now. And like, it mightn't let you have to do it. Remember to come back to that. 1 second. Not the one. Yeah, this one's ahead there, lads. There you go. Diaz. Corner. Okay, so I'll tap this up here. Hang on. Hang on. Tell you what I'm at now. I'm actually a minute behind this one. Hang on. Oh, wrong way. Oh, wrong way. Yeah. Yeah, same there now. There I am, lads. I'm on time there now. So. Go on, be nice now, that would. Wait, is there only 2 more games on at the 3 o'clock kickoffs today? Brighton, Fulham, and Crystal Palace, Ipswich. That's it. Corner here now to Liverpool. Yeah. Nice one. It's a better quality as well. Gonna. Oh. Jesus, Simicast. Jesus, what kind of work did you just give him to do there? That's a terrible. Like Simicast did all the time in the world just to cushion it down, and he volleyed it. You only find the stream a couple of hours before you might take a tidy sum in the betting market. I suppose gambling. Jeez, you couldn't help yourself but gamble if you knew that. Insider gambling, eh? Possession will be the high 70s today. Okay, but I still have a flip phone. I bought myself an Android criminal, but I haven't used it. Shit. Do you have any internet on your TV? Like, is your TV anyway a smart TV? On a Simicast. Got injured there, though, did he? Gravenberch. Of course, would have been good money on Forest already. Yeah. I was going to do one of those, the Akas, and I forgot to do it. I was so busy with the kids yesterday, I just forgot to do an Aka. But if you do Panav and you can get the internet on it, just go to the place I always tell you to go to. If you go to Google or your search, whatever your search browser is, and go to that and click on it. Now, a couple of adverts might pop up, but you might have to kind of keep cancelling and going back to the previous page, if you get me, until it appears. It takes like 4 or 5 clicks. SALAH. Where's he going there? Oh, where's my TikTok, please? Why has that disappeared? Hello? Am I still there, lads? Saying everything's gone here for a second. Hello? Okay. Just saying, making sure that everything is here. Because everything just kind of went there for a second. Why is this paused? That don't make no sense, y'all. Yeah, get back to that. What that was about. Nuts. Yeah. I'm like about 5 seconds ahead. What's that? What was that? What? Oh, what I said? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you just have to go to the place where I tell you always to go to. Oh, oof. The place I always tell you to go. Footy. And then that I can't say it outright. Twitch is the how's Twitch down? I think maybe everything just froze there for a second. How's Twitch down? What is that? Did everything just cancel on me? Let me just try Facebook as well to make sure. Well, Kev, that's the crack. Alright, girl. I only seen that now, 22 minutes ago. I'm not getting anything popping up on Facebook for some reason. I need to pop out that chat. I don't know. Let me see. Why is Twitch not working there? Should be there. Did that shut down? Just gone on Twitch, nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I did shut down Twitch. Give me a second. Try that there. Okay. I clicked it there to go again. It should go again. I don't know what that was about. Put this one out. Pop out chat. Okay. Let's see if that all works. Yeah, it's after popping up there and it's working again. I don't know what that was about. It's working. Yeah, it's working on Facebook too. I think just everything just kind of went off for a second. I don't know what that was. Yeah, it is. Something froze. Everything froze. I think it could have just been an internet breakdown thing or something. Yes, it would be Panoff. But it would be with the word footy in front. This is the one you have to look at. And it should have the word T-O at the end of it. So Southampton are so bad this season they're challenging their own players. Yeah. Stayed down too, didn't he? Just think what happened to Southampton really, like after they lost Virgil. The last Virgil ended up like getting relegated a couple of times, and let's have a look at Brighton and Fulham. Yeah, it is 8th versus 9th. I didn't even do that while I'm waiting, lads. I could pop that up. Man, let me just drop this down here. And drop that off. And drop that off. There we go. Okay, we'll try something. Can't be asked at the moment. The kids are watching TV. Okay. Ask them for one of their phones. It's actually easier on the phone. Ask them to look for it for you. If they're on the TV. Did I change the date in that? I didn't, did I? And look, TikTok people, I put my prediction that I have on YouTube down below here. I forgot to tell you that. I could use a Fire Stick on my dumb LCD TV. There's an app license to carry Premier League games, which I could subscribe to and watch. Peacock, isn't it? I think over in that way, you guys have Peacock, and it's actually fairly cheap. I wish you had something similar like that over here, and then everybody would use it. The problem is Sky have got a monopoly on everything, so I know people, they're friends of mine that are paying €163 a month just to have movies, just to have normal TV, and just to have sports. That's a nuts amount of money a month for a TV. Like that's stupid. That's a car, you know. You pretty much get like a Dacia Duster for that money a month. Like 50 hours a week, just a bit more. Hi, Ferg. It's crack, lad. My dad's paying a fortune in Sky. That's nuts, man. Stupid money on TV, though. This is why everybody kind of goes illegal or does whatever. It's stupid. Stupid amount of money. Tell you, they make more money off subscription services like with the likes of like a Patreon for football. You know? Where we go in and we do all this football related content that's just not for free on YouTube. But instead of doing this with one of my backgrounds from my phone in the background, you could do it with like a subscription service where we as is that a penalty? No. Whereas streamers like ourselves could pay the subscription to show the game behind us at a premium, and then people in the chat would pay monthly subscriptions to us to watch us doing it, but they'd see the match for cheaper, if you get me. Why? Okay, Ferg is one of the lads I was talking about. They go for the games with a lot now these days. We're hitting that. Me and Ferg will be over there now for Arsenal and for we'll be there for Arsenal. We'll be there for Palace, and hopefully we'll be there as well for the Champions League final. Get in there. Oh, get out, I should say. 106 per month, that's pounds, I'd say. Is that kind of for Virgin TV sports and movies where someone said they will? Yeah, I know. So straight away, get away from that, man. That's ridiculous money. And yes, Verge, Salah, O'Free, Trent, with Salah, turn him, Salah, take him on. Great ball. Go on, Salah. Oh. Then you need Amazon Prime, yeah. I have Amazon Prime. I've always had Amazon Prime and I've always had Netflix because I think they're value for money. But paying, like, you pay the €20 a month for Netflix and you can watch as many movies, as many TV shows, whatever you want. When they do the thing for the sports there, like there's anybody over here, we'll glance at the Bundesliga and we'll glance at all of these things. But you're going to literally sit down and watch every single one of these games. That's the only people that it benefits. And for the majority of times, even though I have Amazon Prime, I can't watch the Amazon games for free over here in Ireland. For some reason, it doesn't apply over here. Which is stupid. I'm like, why? Yeah. Oh, yes. Southampton on the attack here now. This is when you want to get a counter attack. Oof. Corner to Southampton. I never had Netflix, so I cancelled it after Cuties was released. What's that? What's Cuties? We have a different one over here than you as well as. We don't get the same Amazon or the same Netflix as you guys do. Like, I think on your Netflix you've got all the Flash and all that kind of stuff. We don't have it over here. We've lots of the British and Irish shows and things like that. And it's the same with Amazon. There you go. Ooh, great save, Ali. Ali's on fire now, isn't he? Ali with a long ball. He's definitely on fire. What a ball to Salah. Look at the three boys inside. Ah, Trent. Oh, even if you overhit the back heel, man, there was at least 3 lads waiting. Jesus, we had about 5 men over there. Oh, shit. Grav. Southampton are all over the place on the counter-attack. Yeah, Liverpool are letting them out. You can see what Slat's doing here now. This is the same thing I've been saying all season, lads. You go back to the Arsenal game and the United game in pre-season and how we allowed them some pressure or a possession, and it looked like that they were getting a lot, like they were counter-pressing, they were this, but they weren't. Slat was saying, leave them have the ball, then watch what they do. Let them come out of their low block and then kill them. No. Why do we have to pay Prime, Sky, and 2 to 3 games a month? Anyway, it's time for clubs to have a season TV tickets so that you can watch everyone. You see, they won't make the money. And guys, you see, the thing is, the influx of money into the Premier League and all the money that these teams are making are from the likes of Sky and all of that. The thing is, if you did get a subscription service where it did do a direct subscription service to Premier League and they were able to run that kind of studio, then they wouldn't need Sky. You know? They wouldn't need it, but there's a lot of costs. There's a few billion cost goes into that, like a good few. It would take at least about 250 billion to set something like that up. So Bosley with a ball, almost. Yes. Oh, another free. Well done, Simicas. That's a foul. How's it going the other way? You see, you're talking about hundreds of millions. So there's like a few billion that gets influxed into the thing, but you got to talk about a cost over 6 to 10 years where they have to keep the upkeep. And the whole lot, so they have to think 300 billion ahead. And then get the advertisement for that to pull away from Sky to do all of that. Yeah, it would be spot on. They would make more money than they could ever imagine, but it's just getting that infrastructure set up is the problem. They are, Mark. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, it's going to cost, because it's not just for England that they're doing it for, you see. They'd have to take on, there'll be injunctions, there'll be people coming in saying, we don't want you to display, we want to be the only suppliers to do it in our country. How do we make any money if you're just going to go directly to the source or to the, you know, to the end user? And then there'll be loads of these little like blockages and lawsuits and stuff going on, and that's the issue. Yeah. They do that so people can go to games, Carl, but the problem is there's only ever 60 to 70,000 people that can go to a big stadium game. The rest of the people are the ones that are suffering for it. Brilliant. Gravenberch, what a turn. Gravenberch, what a turn! Arnold! Jesus, lads. Gravenberch should have just shot, man. Need a chance. Oh. I'll give him a shot. I'll give him a shot, Verge. Well done. There's Nunez back there hard at work again, man. Here's Salah. Trent, Szoboszlai, Trent into Szoboszlai. Back goes to Evil. Yeah, there's just loads of bureaucracy crap, man, really, you know. Oh shit, I still have the league table up there. That's the updated league table, by the way. That's including Forest's win. Gravenberch again, man. Look at his feet. For the gangly fella, man, he's just got great feet, hasn't he? I know, lads, you can see each other's chats again. I just realised none of you can talk to each other without the chat. Yeah, we're all over him. Who's... I recognise the... Whoa! Nunez. I recognise the picture, but not the name. Did you change your name? 1963 data. Reflux, man. 2 seconds, Ellis. Oh. Hey, number. What was that? Anti showing more 3 o'clock games. Maybe. I heard something about that. But still think it needs to be a direct, the TV thing. Mohammed, thank you for the follow. Oh, for OEA, expect to go in and get back. Nice one. I can't pronounce that name, but thank you. Is it Pin? Thank you for the follow. We got Nunez. Oh, Nunez got a turn on the ball there now, which is great. And thank you for the follow. You, Salah. Love Verge. Doesn't want Canadian to watch this, and that's what I'm saying. That's for 4 games, eh? I hope so, Cal. I think so. He's busy in the first. Great ball out to Trent. Great ball. He's a good player, that's... Oh, shit, lads. Tell him there's a man on. Why did he... Hang on a minute. Why did he grab it with his hand? Yellow card for Simicast. Come on, man. That's him guaranteed. That's Robertson not guaranteed to get a rest anyway. Oh, excuse me. Free kick. Long way out for Southampton. Oh, Jesus Nunes. Hamza, thank you for the follow. You know, I was going to say, was it? Okay. I just recognize the pictures all. Data. I love Verge. Trent. Go on, what? You have him, go on. He has him yet. Go. Well done, what? Where's the press? For those across the pond, in terms of sports leagues, basketball equals cricket. And then you have everything. Baseball would be equal to cricket up more so over here, right? Just because of the style that it is, rounder style. Like England and all that has basketball, and Ireland has basketball as well. Just not to the standard of NBA. Mouse, and down. Done. Diaz, fold. Yeah. Did well though. Cheers, lads. It's been over 4,000 of you through on TikTok already. Thank you. Guys, get lost. No, it just takes about 20 minutes to go to the Jackson, alright, guys. He has to get up and get on the Zimmer frame, and then he has to move the Zimmer frame up. Diaz, look at Jones' run. Yeah, there you go. So McCaskey's not going to cross it. Come on. Jones. Costas. Verge. Diaz. Ivu. Trent. There's Verge. Costas. Ball in. Yeah, she was baffling good. It was no good. As if you have all three in North America, you want cricket, rugby, Premier League on your side of the fine. Big three, yeah, Premier League would be the biggest, obviously. Rugby after that, and then cricket. I can't stand cricket, to be honest with you. It's probably the worst spectator sport on the planet. Also, find my way when I was thinking there's probably the least game I'd want to play myself. Is that he's playing well, he's walking back well, you know, he's clearing the ball. Suarez, thank you for the follow. Charlie. Yeah, he's playing well, covering well, counter-attacking well. Come on. There's a goal at Brighton and Fulham. Cricket, I know I was just Cal, yeah. Cal likes cricket. I can't, man. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't. For the life of me, I just can't bring my brain to be that to watch something that slow and boring. I can't. When I see that there's test cricket coming on Sky or whatever, I say, what was I ever paying for this shit for? Why do I want to sit here while cricket is on the entire day on my sports channel? Fulham has scored. Will they score all 4 goals I predicted we win by the second half? I'd say so, Panav. Actually, a couple of seasons ago, do you remember it was like this for Liverpool? We were the better side. It was 0-0 at half time. We went to score 4 goals in the second half. So Bosley. Great ball into the box. Ooh. Simicas. Diaz. Gravenberch. There you go. Diaz. Good turn, man. Most ghastly bad taste to take the memories of the war and make a sport of it. Figures it was British. There you go. Trent, brilliant turn. Oh, Jesus. Lonibu, inside, brilliant. Gravenberch. Brilliant outside. Trent. Ah, come on. Back the stair lift. Not working this. Never watched a cricket match in my life. It must be the most boring sport I've ever had. Yeah, exactly. I still say it. And I said the story before, man. I was living in Headingley in Leeds when I was playing football there, and I was living with the liaison officer for the school. He had an apartment there, and I just shared it with him. And an absolute lunatic as well, by the way. Now right now he shouldn't be a liaison. He shouldn't have ever been a liaison officer of anything, especially at the school. He was a weirdo. Anyway, and somebody got banned straight away. I saw Mark. Did somebody try and come in and say something stupid? So yeah, so this guy, but then one day he's just decided I've mates over there. Like, as you know, Headingley, Leeds Rhinos and Headingley Cricket Ground are like back to back, right there. So I could just look out my flat window and just look over at it. That's good. Oh, lucky. So I went to watch it, man, and I say it again. I probably said some of you that are regulars here have heard it before. I sat at a thing, man, and I didn't know it was going to be for at least 4 hours or less. And it was, as I said, it was a dude like Shameless Tim Nice but Dim from the Fast Show or Harry Enfield, man. It was exactly like him, obnoxious, up his own arse, but for his circle of friends, I think that's normal. Whereas I was very kind of humble, and regardless of what I was into, what I was doing, or what I was like, and his type of person, I just could not get him at all, man. He was just like this. No. I was just, it's like Professor Frink, is it? From the Simpsons, but in a Shameless Tim Nice but Dim way. Great ball. Jones, great counter attack coming in here for Liverpool. You could do Nunes making a run. Diaz. Diaz! How did you forget how to shoot? Diaz, no, I'm into football. I'm into rugby. And I'm into bit of GA when it's in the championships and stuff. I don't follow the league GA, just the All Ireland really. In that case, I don't have enough time to do anything else. I used to try and take as much notice of League of Ireland years ago. I was just, yeah. Every time we had a bit of quality in the league, and there is quality there, but every time we had a good bit of quality in the league, it was just gone to England straight away playing football. You know, they just snap up all our talent. They head over there. So then it's just, you know what kind of league you want to get from one end of the season to the next. And you like to see growth and consistency. My uncle and all was on the, he was on the board for Cork City. And like even when I played across in Leeds for a while, I would actually travel to Manchester to play Gaelic football. So I could play a game for Leeds, and then as long as it was on another day and it wasn't the same day, sometimes it was on the same day later on, but as long as it wasn't, then I would just travel and play Gaelic football. And keep that up, and I used to be super fit, man. Super fit. Trent. Great ball in. Nunez, great ball. Diaz! Ah, Simicast, if that was anything on his right foot. Oh yeah, brilliant. Gravenberch. Jones. Great ball. Trent! Ah! Jesus, man, what do you think? What? I know we're playing along the flow, but just think it a little bit. Just think it. Be Fran, thank you for the follow. Why didn't he just think it? Salah would just like chested it in or headed it in. Just keep it on the floor slightly because your man was always going to ground. Gone at the Liverpool in the 43rd minute. No lawn darts are possibilities banned in the mid-80s. I don't mind darts either. Snooker used to enjoy as well. I just don't have time for it, lads, anymore. Ball in, into the one area, there was no Liverpool player. Leo Nunes! Tried to overhead kick it, but it didn't work. There's another goal at Brighton and Fulham. Why would we be cooked? That's a great header. Are we cooked? Some of you really need to learn football. It's like you demand goals come in the first 20 minutes of games, or you go into panic mode. But it's not panic mode, it's complete reactionary mode. It's not good. It's like fantasy in your heads. Like, this is real people playing real football on a pitch. It's not FIFA. It's like you think because the whole FIFA runs out that there's always going to be a goal at half time. There's always going to be a goal at full time. They call it 45-minute goals or whatever. You think that happens in real life? It's nuts that some people think like that. Southampton are low blocking. We haven't been clinical enough yet, but we're knocking on the door now for the last while. Well done, Nunez. That's not a handball. What's happening, D? Because when I see, I don't, what you personally are is beyond me. The game ends 2-0. It's a blowout. I just don't understand. When I hear somebody saying, are we cooked? What do you mean? Like, the league's over, is it? We're in 67 points and 68 if it ended like a draw like this. But we're cooked because it's not even half time yet and it's 0-0. I don't understand where your brains go to, lads. It's like you can't think for yourselves. And you have to think like the clickbait YouTubers and the sites out there that only create drama, that you have to think in dramatic endings. I just keep watching the match here. This is football. There's one fella kicking the ball to another. You know, he's not pressing the Y button. Or what they call it, triangle, if you're on PlayStation. No, he didn't press the B button or the circle there and to tackle that. No, that was... I didn't hold RB there or LB to send Trent Alexander-Arnold over there, you know. Where's the game being streamed on? If you're in Ireland, it's on Premier Sports. I think if you're in Australia, it's an Optus. Yeah, I don't know where much of else. Super Sport, I think, in another. Okay. Well done, Verge. Oh, they lost it. Why did Verge just leave that for Ali? That's a goal. That is shocking. That is shocking. We are cooking. Your mama. Okay. You're not weird. Don't ever say a weird again. Weird my arse. We're cooked. We out that. Get out of here, you. Plastic. We're cooked. We out that. Keen Boone, thank you for the follow. Can't, if I see people messaging like that in the chat, lads, I'll ban you straight away. Like. That was just a mistake. That might be a foul on Allison. That might be a foul on Allison. Let me see how this player goes into the back of Ali when he's going to pick it up. And then Ali couldn't tackle. Let's see if they look back at that. We see. Oh yeah, Ali got fouled. It's a weird goal. I like to block him first. He says, "Are we cooked?" And that was at 40 minutes into the first half. That's what you call a plastic. That's a fellow who doesn't have a clue about how football works. I don't know how that's 1-0. Was Ali not fouled there, no? Verge, I don't know what you were doing there, man. Man, we head in the wall. Nah, we're grand. I still think that was a foul on Ali and nobody looked at it. Nobody mentioned it once. For Nunes. That's going to be a yellow card. Nunes, what are you doing, man? Nunes just kicked your man. It's 100% going to be a yellow. Instead of kicking people like that, Nunes, with your petulance, man, score a goal. You can't be backed up if you're sitting there not scoring a goal and then kicking the other team. It can't be a red card. Why are they checking it for a red? Nunes doing it off, Savvy. Just a weird goal, isn't it? Because Ali got fouled by the Southampton player, which didn't let him get his leg out to catch the ball. So then he had to stretch his other leg out. And then, you know, Ems, the Duke, you stay out till the end of the game, dude. Because I'll highlight that message. And then it just, your man just kind of like passed it. Because Ali couldn't get back up, it passed it underneath him. That should have been, it should have been a free up, but I don't know how the hell VAR didn't check that. Oh, it was the second half team. So we should have scored about 4 already by now. And it was 5 minutes added on, but I didn't even put it up. Whoa. Jones hasn't done enough for me. Nunes has been too petulant. He's a good player, man, Suleimana. And MZ Duke, the fact that you say loser pool, man, means you're an absolute child and a weapon. You haven't got a clue about football. Stick to watching football on your village computer, will you? I'll see you later, kid. Right. Salah. Ooh. His Verge. They're all sitting in the background. Not one of them messaging. Yes. When? Great ball in. Salah. Oof. Trent. Trent. Do you remember when Southampton won 1-0 up in us as well in the last game? Trent. Man, anybody comes in a loser pool or Man U shited or any of that kind of stuff, even if it's a Liverpool, I just block them straight away. You haven't got the brain cell of a toothpick. Trent, great ball. Sabo. Salah. Oh, that guy is nearly breaking his legs every time he's tackling. He's after hurting himself there now. Half time, lads. I'll get a drink down. We go back and hammer the second half. No. We're hammering the second half. Alright. Oh, I forgot to change the score. Right. Seconds range, you know, don't celebrate. Sorry. Doesn't work that way, Savvy. If I was on your stream, no, I wouldn't. But it is the opposite way around, I'm afraid. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have had that coffee at all. Yeah, it's 1-0, but it's just, I still think it's a free. I don't know how anybody hasn't said it's not a free against Ali. Your man just went straight into the back of his legs, sliding in, and it stopped Ali from getting down because his legs were getting trapped underneath you, man. If anyone was on words at halftime, would come up better than that, yeah. Second half team will come up, no, exactly. Since we wish these platforms allow images to be posted. Let me have a look at that. Another me. I will start using the Discord a lot more. I use it for my game and stuff mostly, but I start using it for the football stuff as well. And that way people can come in and post stuff or whatever like that. Obviously idiots will get banned instantly, but Jesus, I'm behind on just troll spray. Remind. Decided to remove unwanted trolls from message boards. I like it. 3-1 at least. Yeah, I was going to say 3-0 or 3-1. I went for 3-0, but I was obviously going to be wrong. Siggy Rexy in 15 minutes. They're bad for you, Savvy. Give them up. Best thing I ever did in 2010 was give them up. And if you ever find it hard, use like the Volvic water bottles with the nipple tops. They're brilliant. Just get the thing kind of colder. He was playing well for a while, Evan, up until a point where he was acting like a petulant baby then, and he kicked the player. And then a couple of minutes later we went down a goal. Due to like Ali was just letting the ball to Verge was just letting the ball into Ali. And then Ali, in my opinion, got fouled. You know, that's not an excuse for the goal because the goal was awful. But he would have gotten to that ball if he hadn't have been fouled by the player. So, OG, thank you for some follow. Sloppy control was, but I still think Ali was fouled by the player. Just watch it in the replay now, because a lot of people are watching what Verge and what's happening in front of him, but they're not watching the dude that came in behind and fouled Ali. Maria, thank you for the follow. We're going to bet this game. Bet what? Faye, thank you for the follow. Kick the ball back to play. I see where this confusion is. Yeah, I'd like to be able to do. That's what I'm saying. You see, you've had one of these services. I could have had replays up here already. Now and just play them here, and then gone over them. You know. Jesus, it's 35 now. French are a different animal this year, aren't they? Yeah. OJ, I don't understand what you're saying. We're going to bet this game. Right, I don't understand what that means. Do you mean win? But please only post the same message in the chat once, if you don't mind. If you keep doing it, the mods will see it as spam. So be careful. I'd always read out everybody's message. Everybody's. I think Chiesa would open this game up, Evan. To be honest with you, I really do. I think Diaz is too slow on that side for his tackle. If I had my way, I would probably move Diaz into the centre and take off Nunes and put on Chiesa. Orientation. Thank you for the follow. So I know, let's be able to look at this. 120 million for Isak is apparently, I think it would be a bag. It could be. Brutal in the final third again. Yeah, getting locked down a bit, Morris. That's it. So just over. I think taking an extra touch is the problem. People are just taking one touch too many. Is it just so casual in there today? No, there'll be a rush on. Darren will be taken off because of his yellow card and because of his acting. He's literally playing himself out of this team from the way he's acting. I love spam with egg and beans. Expected Southampton to get the first goal. To be fair, no McAllister either. Yeah. Look, that's a foul for me. You know, so Verge left of Alisson. But look at this. Your man just went into the back of Alisson. How is that not a foul? The goal was across the ball watching. Why didn't he go to the goal line yet? Oh yeah, what's he doing back there? Alright. But here, look at this. Verge blocks. Ali's coming in. Your man scissor legged around Alisson. And then because he hits his stomach off him in the aftermath, he goes down. I would take off Nunes, I would try Chiesa or Elliott. Jones hasn't done enough for me either. I would get Mac on the pitch ASAP. He could open him up very easily. And then you see Szoboszlai coming into the game more. I know they're talking about the foul. That's a foul. But of course Tim Sherwood's going to say it's not a foul on Alisson. That's 100% a foul for me. Here we go, look. Charges in. Ali's back is turned to him. He's going to pick up the ball. He's going to cover it. But only for his leg is trapped by it. He can't get down with the left leg then. He's a goalkeeper. He's allowed to go down with his feet with the ball. Roland, thank you for the follow. Let me just get a drink. 2 seconds. Yeah, says Diaz has been offered too. Like if Harvey got a run second up. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. If Harvey's going to get a run, who's a 4? Would you move Szoboszlai more further left and take off Jones? Because I think Jones and maybe Diaz should go off on that side because that's our weakest side at the moment. Alil, thank you for the follow. New flag off, you can find a spark. It takes score right now, Carl, as long as we are winning. Soft, thank you for the follow. Out of me. Why isn't it I don't know why it doesn't show the follows when it pops up in the bubble. Maybe I have to set something up. I don't know, that petulant thing by Nunez was a bit nasty. If I was SALAH, I'd be pulling them off. Do you think some chain of optometrists can sponsor Premier League and get a deal going for refs to get so much needed? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I still don't see how that's not a fault against Ali will go. Like the Island cricket team. I have no idea who that is, Cal. Ireland. Didn't we just beat England recently? And we're not even a cricket country. Could have sworn the last time we played we beat you. Missed the first half. Yeah, no, we were all over him, Chilled. Like it was a dominant performance, but it's just a mess up at the back, really. Let him in with a goal. We'll come out and dominate in the second half. There's no way they survived. It's like they were like throwing themselves last ditch tackles at a couple of blocks in that first half. They won't be able to keep that up the second half. Yeah, I seen that. But France are just a different animal this year. Yeah. Federico for Diaz. Elliott for Jones. Yeah, I'll take that. Give Nunez 10 minutes. Maybe. Who was the last Irishman to win Wimbledon? Are you on about tennis? Couldn't care less. It was great back in the day when there was a bit of personality in it. There's not much in it now these days. I don't know, man. I need more tactical sport in my life. It's the kind I am. I like F1. Like I don't even include that because it's kind of like a car sport. As we'll come back second half, I hope he does have it. I really do, for his sake. You see Salah's running on empty, no food and drink, he can't play like that. Yeah. Yeah. Harold Segerson Mahoney, last Irishman to win. What's that? She's from, is that Harold Segerson Mahoney? 1930 something or something? Food is fuel, and right now SALAH has no fuel. True. As long as he's hydrated, it should be okay. But isn't he allowed to eat at certain points of the day? He's just fasting per period of the day or something. He's not like not eating whatsoever. Mohammed, thank you for the follow. No eating till night time. So he probably piled up a bit last night. I think he'd be okay. Oh yeah, that's it. I was watching the boxing match and the hockey game broke out. Yeah. Boxing's another sport I enjoy. UFC's another sport I enjoy. We see the fighting sports I'm talking about, I always class these sports as different. Harvey Elliott's on. Come on, Harv. Robertson is on. Yeah, Simicast was dog shit. McAllister and Elliott on. No nonsense from Slot. Oh, Sabaslay's gone off. Yeah, maybe he was a bit ineffectual, maybe. Hopefully, Elliott can step up and do it. About to kick off there now, lads. Playing into the cop end. 1 second there now, here. There we go. Alright, so I did my thoughts on Verge. I just thought he's done that in the past where he's done his job, and then there's some sort of confusion that it leads to. I still think that Ali is fouled. I don't care what Tim Sherwood says, but nobody listens to that though. On Verge. Great ball outside. Diaz. Oh, free. Oh, Mehdi, thank you for the follow. Saturday would be good for PSG game as a 8 PM kickoff, yeah. I feel like the team has got a bit cocky thinking they're untouchable. I see the same thing with there's a great urgency now at the start of the second half. I agree. A little bit. But I just think they're more complacent. I won't say cocky, I'd say complacent, where they just think that they're going to walk the game. But that's not really a cockiness, it's just pacing, because they know they have PSG midweek. Handball! Just Mose says we are winning. Yeah, of course we're winning. Of course we're winning. That's how you believe. See, that's how you come into my chat. See the Egypt that was there earlier saying, are we cooked at 40 minutes and there wasn't even a goal yet? Are we cooked because it was 0-0? And then the minute we scored a goal, we are cooked in big letters. He got blocked fast. No plastics in my chat, thank you, lads. Here we go. Diaz with the corner. Oh, no, he's got the corner, sorry, McAllister. Go on. Salah. Elliott. Oh, save. Jesus. That was going in. Brilliant start to the second half. Let's go half. Ooh, that was tucking inside the post, man. It was a great strike from Harvey. And that was his right foot as well. There we go. McAllister corner in. Oh. Maka. Look at Harvey. Trent. Oh boy. Well done, Harv. Battled it, but he didn't win the second ball. Super Bowl level. Ryan, thank you for the follow. Ooh. Wow, that late. Let's do this. Oh, Salah. Shit. The Southampton goal could have been offside. Was it? How is anybody saying that we're lucky with VAR this season? Like, you'd have to be the thickest person on the planet to think that we are over any of the last few seasons. I see a lot of people that is there a goal at Brighton and Fulham? Oh, that was nearly brilliant from Brighton. But when you look at you go over the last few seasons, especially the Manx that say Liverpool when they're saying with the VAR, do you know that they had the most over a couple of seasons? Go on. Yes. They had like Salah. They had like plus 13, whereas we were sitting on plus 2. We got to plus 5 at one point in the season, went back to plus 3 for VAR positives. And they were sitting there on plus 13 while calling us VAR. It's nuts, man. It just goes to show you that none of them have a clue what they're talking about because they don't know what they're on about. They're not looking at any of the stats. They're just saying it because something happens in the game that they don't like. And when the minute then when somebody goes to look at the stats, they're like, no, it's got to be Liverpool. And it's not there. It's plus 13 to United. Oh, corner. The cocky is more pressure to be vested, yeah. It's a mixture of everything, I think. We're getting into the scary part of the season, no? That's all it is. We will win. Embarrassing, just embarrassing at the moment. That's not, we're not embarrassing, Carl. I think we've been the better side. I just think we had a bad defensive error, that's it. Get in, McAllister, brilliant. Trent! Just chance after chance still as in the first 4 minutes of this half. Super Bowl 51 and he down 38, Atlanta 3 at the start of the third quarter. And did any roll over and give up? No idea. But they have to have some sort of belief in themselves. But I wouldn't say they're cocky anyway. Crystal Palace and Ipswich. Oh my God, hit the post. Ball up the line. Nunez tracking down. Oh, that's the Nunez I like to see. Hey there, thank you for the follow. I could see us getting at least a goal, and if we can do that, I can see us getting another. Yeah, I can see us getting getting 2 or 3, to be honest with Japan. If there you go, have we stretched? You can't be in a stretch. You can't be in a situation where you have to stretch for the ball to pass it. Mike Dean reckons the goal was offside. There you go. We'll all look at that now. I still think it was a foul on Ali. That's 2 things right there. There's Diaz. What, Diaz? Brilliant. Nunez! What a ball from Diaz into Nunez. Great run from Harvin Nunez. Get in. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Get in. Get in, Nunez. You beautiful Uruguayan. I won't say the next word. I'll probably get banned. Bar steward. Yeah. Yeah. Mockingbird. That's it. Keep the positive. I'm always positive, chilled. Sitting there like these muppets coming in. Oh, we cooked. And we cooked. Oh, we're finished, bro. We are cooked, bro. Fuck off with your bro. Anybody uses bro in my chat again, you're getting banned. Hate that word, man. It's the fakest of words because deceptive people use it a lot. Here we go, Salah. Here we go, Salah. Great ball outside to Diaz. We're on fire now, lads. Diaz. Oh, save. Salah. Oh, Nunez went down. Penalty, ref. Penalty. Penalty to Liverpool. It is. It is. I seen it. Bro and blood should be back. Well, I don't know about any of that. I think that's just like a dialect thing. But all the planets using this word bro now. With this fake accent from different they're from one part of London using bro, and then they're in America using bro. And then if I see an Irishman using the word bro, man, I'll smack him in the mouth. Mark, thanks for the follow. Fam. No, that's different dialect. No, that's Jamaican slang. Mark, all of that kind of stuff with the blood, that's all based around Jamaican slang, and no problem with that. I mean, that's an actual slang. I mean, I don't like it when it's like it's taken over the actual old kind of London accent because too many people are trying to act cool with it. I don't like that. I think it's culturally based. You know, it's like Irish people using crack. You wouldn't, if there was a lot of us in London, would you expect like a lot of Londoners around start using the word crack? You know, it makes no sense. Here we go, more Salah up at the penalty here, lads. To make it 2-1 in the space of 2 minutes to turn this game around. You did say, Sabi. It's all because you, Sab. And Nunez is playing well. Come on, Mo. He likes to dive to his left. Ramsdale. Mo Salah. Great penalty! And he went the same way as well, Ramsdale. Great penalty. Why the hell am I getting an inactive thing on my verification complete? Would you go away, Salah? Bruno, you're lucky I didn't see that behind the title. Because why would you tell the person who's watching the game what the score is? What is in your mind that you think you have to tell somebody that they've just scored? Like, I'm watching this game. I don't need you to tell me the score. Get in there, more. Get in. Great penalty. Great penalty. No, Bruno, it's okay. First time I know that. I just even in any chat, bud. If you're in somebody's chat and they're watching that game, you don't need to tell the person who's watching that game the goal, because it's the watch along. It spoils it. But that's a great penalty, lads. Like the worst, me as a creator, the first thing I won't do is call out somebody telling me it's a goal. So I know it likes the Mark Goldbergs and all these guys do it because it's games that they're watching that's not belong to their team. Because he kind of goes, oh, apparently it's a goal somewhere. I don't do that. I don't want that at all. Anyway, just to leave everybody else know in chat that's there. Anthony, thank you for the rose. Jesus, Anthony, there's a lot of roses there. I don't know what the boxing glove is. What is that? Thank you very much, though. I appreciate that. I don't know what they are. Still saying 4-1. Savvy, yeah, there you go. I agree. I said it was going to be by 3 goals. I got Desi. I'll not wait. Thank you for the follow. Let's go, lads. Let's go. We're going to break the 70 mark now. Winning this. Like, Southampton's heads just went to crap there after that first goal. Ten minutes and 2 goals. It was 2 minutes and 2 goals, I think, by the end of it. We were just all... the first 4 or 5 minutes, we just meant business. If Salah signs that extra contract that keeps him at Liverpool until 2030, he'll beat Rush's record. There you go. They're making mistakes all over the place. Salah. Great ball. That's a great ball. Go on, Diaz. Oof. Salah cut it too tight. Sometimes Salah rushes it a bit too much. I can see what he's trying to do. But when he's that deep in the pitch, it's hard to kind of... There you go, Nunez. That first Nunez goal, though, was what made it all. Him and Diaz. Diaz, for the one thing I've been saying to Diaz to do all season, will you ever go to the byline and try and cross it in? And the first time I've seen him doing it in a few weeks, when he gets along that byline and runs it, and there is Nunez in a striker's position trying to score a goal. And that's the problem. He's not seeing the ball enough in the striker's position. He's not getting the ball early enough. It's always the ticky-tacky stuff that we're doing around the edge of the box. He's making runs, he has to pause. He's making runs, he has to pause. And then when he gets chances, he has to second guess himself. Even Soleimani there now is having a weird one. Yeah, let's sorry, this is not popping up here in the chat. See positive, stop beating yourselves by being so sloppy and making errors. Make the other guy win their own game. Exactly. I told you the shiny one would have words at halftime. He must be good at motivating them. I think so. Or just making the right changes, I think. Elliot, brilliant ball. Oh, Salah. He's on the turn. Liverpool are cutting through him now. Tring Lama, thank you very much for the follow. The Darwin win the penalty. Can't watch that. Yeah, CCTV. Darwin's about to get man in the match by just changing his attitude in 10 minutes. He's been looking at, he's tracking there now again and closing down. You see, in Sports Direct, they've released Liverpool or champion t-shirt. No? Have they? I have a Sports Direct here in Mallow. I'll have to go down and have a look. Smart Love United. Oh. So wait, Direct Sports Direct, I've done a Champions t-shirt already. I see the after today's was, yeah. Yeah, any crack the City had going for the rest of the season is gone now after today. For me, no, I'd nearly say Forest could, because of the run of games that they have, I could say Forest could nearly finish second. And just see them goals shouldn't be counted because of he should have gotten a red and they can see it. Which ones? Go on, Diaz. Diaz taking him on the outside now is brilliant. Diaz just come alive the second half. Go on, dude. Brilliant, Diaz. Brilliant, Diaz. Trent. Oh, it's Robertson, sorry. I just seen the 6. I was like, why? Yeah. Oh, Trent. Oh, off Darwin got his leg onto it. Trent was like, stick out your leg. Stick out your leg, baby. And listen, thanks very much for those. I really, lads, I really don't know what those roses and stuff stands for, but Jesus man, I appreciate it. No fault. I mean, the only thing that goes is it goes towards more graphics like this to buy and stuff. Or it gets my kids an ice cream. That's all it does. Shanti, thank you for the follow. Never mind other football fans, they haven't got a clue. How was he sent off for standing up and just taking the fella out? It's a yellow card. Oh. It's more likely, Sabby, they're going to be Manchester United fans than Arsenal, simple as. Everybody else, like, you don't hear from Chelsea fans about Liverpool, you don't hear from Spurs fans about Liverpool, you don't hear even from much from Man City fans about Liverpool these days. It's all Arsenal United. Terrible, deluded fan bases. Clueless. They're saying that Liverpool were lucky that they are where they are in the league and all of that. When Arsenal didn't have any of their injuries and Liverpool had more injuries than them last October, when there was 13 games played, and this is before they lost any of their players, Arsenal, they were 9 points behind after 13 games played. If you're going to say that you're going to be lucky, why don't you do the business at the start of the season like we did? You know? We've only had extra draws in this half of the season, and that's like pretty much been, it was like 3 in January alone we had a draw, so that was our dip of a month. It was a Forest and Forest United and who was it? Yeah, they see that. I keep telling them, lads, anybody who's watching this is an Arse fan, and if you're on any of their channels, bring me on their channel and I will stat the absolute shit out of them as to why they're talking out through their arse with brown envelopes and cheats and all that. I know you're trying to do it as banter, some of them channels, but you're a disgrace if you're saying that kind of stuff. It's amazing. City win 6 out of the last 7 titles every season. They're not lucky or they're not cheating. Liverpool do it once more in the last 8, let's say, and all of a sudden we're cheating and we're this and that. They can't give props, man. A Liverpool fan can turn around and say, as much as we didn't like Fergie, you give him props because he was a good manager who changed the fortunes of Manchester United around and created the monster that they became in the 90s and all of that. You know, we said Fergie time because he always had a biased hold over the refs. Oh, which was a true scenario. The referees, like, they just feared Fergie, like, you know. And you just sent me a picture. Where'd you send it, Carl? We'll send you a picture of it on Facebook, Liverpool Champions League. Oh yeah, on Facebook. Okay, hang on. Oh, I have no phone. Where's my phone? 2 seconds. Okay. Right. You are an archer came on. Through this out cave is purple. What happened there? Am I purple on a different page or channel or something? Flick the 3-1. Liverpool must have had the most penalties in Premier League history, the least yellows in the top 6. What did he say? Must have had the most penalties in Premier League history, the least yellows and reds of top 6 teams. So yeah, you need what? I don't understand what that means. If they have the most penalties, no, they haven't. Yep. Left a stat check. Yes. Elliot. Oh, lucky. They put out the most penalties. You put a lot of money. They've had the most penalties in Premier League history. That was what I said. Okay. Let me see. Well, I would say that there's a potential for them to be up there because they've never been out of the Premier League. So you would only really count the top 6, right? That's what you're saying. Top 6. Okay. So the most penalty goals in the history of the league is Alan Shearer, anyway, first off. So if you're saying that it's the most scored out of a team in history, that's already wrong. He's scored 56 penalties himself. Mo Salah scored 32 himself, so it's pretty much nearly half the amount. So let me have a look at that. So far, they're not the top scorer. They don't even have the top scorers in penalties. So we have a look at that. How much money are you going to put on that, bud? Move to? How much money? Just say you're going to put in that. So this season, we've the most penalties. Just in Premier League history, right? Chelsea were last season with 11. So look. Manchester City were the season before that with 9. Liverpool didn't have, they weren't even in the top 10 that season. This is going to be, so if I'm getting my facts straight, Mutu, I'm making sure to get my facts straight. See, all of these differences, I never use my own opinion, Mutu. Anybody in this chat, tell them what I do. Does Kev use his own opinion? Does Spider use his own opinion? Never. I never ever use my own opinion. Chelsea with the season before that. Let me have a look. Not looking good here. Leicester with the season before that. So I'm trying to see where all of these penalties, like Liverpool must have had like 40 penalties in one season now to be top since 1992. Let's have a look. I'll go back through all of these, but Manchester United the season before that. Still can't be Liverpool at this stage. No anymore. Crystal Palace the season before that. Who's that? Nunes, is it? Gone off? Nunes. Yeah, he's getting the love, man. Fans love him. Crystal Palace again the season before that. That's not looking good for Mutu's claim that Liverpool have had the most penalties in Premier League history. We have a look and we keep looking. Bournemouth the season before that. But Liverpool did come second that season with 7. See now. 16, that was 16-17. Let's go back to 15-16. Liverpool not top 10 there again. Leicester 10 penalties. Not looking good, Mutu. 2014-15, we're 4th with 5. Manchester City were on top with 7 that season. Salah. Still there, Mutu, buddy? Because you're telling me to get my facts. Yeah, you're telling me to get my facts straight. And I'm trying to get my facts straight because I'm looking at actual facts from the Premier League. Who'd have thought if you just looked at your computer at where the data is, you wouldn't have to hearsay it and just pretend like Liverpool at the top of that. Oh wait, 13-14 we were top. So from this season you have to go back 11 years to the last time we were top of the getting the penalties that season. That was 10 that season. So we keep going. Chelsea that season with 9 in 2013. There you go. Get in. Oh, Manchester United with that season, 11-12. Manchester United seem to have more top seasons than Liverpool so far for penalties. Go figure. Manchester United fan says it's Liverpool so far. Let me have a look. No, we're not even gone into Fergie days yet. This is after. This is like just at the end of Fergie's reign, where Manchester United are top. Now we're going backwards into Fergie's reign. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look, shall we? 10-11. Manchester City. Fourth. Let's have a look again. 9-10. Chelsea. Still not Liverpool. Liverpool are twice of two divisions at top. Get in there. Come on, get in on him. Well done, Ali. Brilliant, Gravenberch. Brilliant. Hey, 2 seconds now, lads. I know I'm missing a lot of your chat stuff, but I just have to prove a point here. Manchester City again. Liverpool nowhere near. Liverpool seem to be averaging about 5 penalties a season. In all of these seasons. If they go above that, they're very lucky to be, like, even when they're top, they're 7 or 9. Salah. Oh, yeah. Diaz. Salah! Oh! Get it. 0879, that was. Let's have a look at 0778. Chelsea. Liverpool, 5 again that season. Let me have a look. 0708. I'm going back the whole way, lads. I am going back the whole way. Mutu, where you gone, man? You seem to have run away with your tail between your legs. Arsenal with 10 that season. Liverpool, 6, just above average. Hey, yeah, let me have a look. 607, that was 0506. Hey, look. They're just showing one team at this stage, still not Liverpool. So they're looking at when they're going back to Opta starting times. So since the Opta data stuff began for penalties, Liverpool have averaged 5 penalties a season at the most, because in about, I'm going back now to 2005, 2006, 2004, 2005, there's no data here for it. I'd have to go back, I'd go into the FA and have a look at that. But I know that we didn't get them then, because that was definitely the days of Chelsea, Arsenal and United getting up teen penalties, like, in seasons. Like, a lot of their seasons were based around, like, winning penalties and fouls against each other. So yeah, Daniel, I agree as well. Sorry, no, lads, I'm catching up. United will battle the race for 14th. That's why the sing songs on YouTube. Hope Jota does well now. Diaz inside. Brilliant. Oh, Robson. It's going to be a corner. It's corner. That's brilliant from Robertson there. Sometimes he just runs too fast for himself, doesn't he? No, that's only with the Premier League that I'm looking at here. So I should be able to see the most. Yeah, maybe look. Elliot. Oh. Vamos. Oh yeah. Brilliant. That's Robertson. That was pure sex. Robertson. How's that a goal kick? What's for many seasons, appearances, most play for, goals. Was also left footed, right footed, most headed, most thing, most goals, combination, most consecutive Premier League goals scoring. Let's go for most season scoring goals. Premier League goals in the Candia, hat-trick assists. I am going through these stats like a lunatic. So still saying Alan Shearer's the most in history. Yeah, so can you tell me how many corners there were in the entire match? Tell you there now. Did you see that now? just got to... Oh, can you just see that in the stats here? 1 second. There you are. Brilliant. McAllister's just been unreal. You're back. Having used to play one. Where's Mutu gone, man? NT Mash, thank you very much for the follow as well earlier. Appreciate that. Mutu came in with the stats. That's just facts, he says. Facts. I'll have to leave straight after this game as well, lads, because I have to get straight shower start time tonight. You see here now. Sellers Park. 1 second there though. Football. Diaz. Oh, Diaz. Diaz has been great the second half, man. What a turnaround. Let's see what the shots and targets. Corners won 10 in total. Go on. 10 corners. 6 for Liverpool, 4 for Southampton. Well done. Well done, Gravenberch. Come on, ref. See, we didn't want to tell you that. What's that? What did I miss? Users, well, thank you for the follow. There's no name there, so. What happened with Ozzy? Some people in chat seem as sharp as the corners of King Arthur's round table. There you go. Poor Mutu. Didn't last that long, did he? These are just, you could tell in his accent, these are just facts. You see? If it was on most Premier League history, the least yellows, I'm still going to check out all those stats. Love to see that. That's just absolute blatant lies. Like, absolute blatant lies. And if Liverpool have the least amount of yellows in Premier League history, isn't that a good thing? Let's say that was that. So that means they don't have to foul as much to stop players from doing it. Like, is, you know, like blatant taking a player out, stop them from scoring or anything like that. Would that mean that they're more honourable? That doesn't make any sense. But the only way you're trying to say it is that they were favourable by the refs, and they were not. I can guarantee you Liverpool were never favourable by refs in any of the Premier League eras at all. I'm missing here. Spider Statman. But I've always lived by stats. I never live by my own opinion. Like, I can have my own opinion in my brain, because if I say it outright, it's not going to matter, because that's just my point of view. But if I turn around and tell them what is actually what, nobody can argue with that. They can't say, oh, well, I believe. I don't care what you believe. The stats say different. The facts say different. The numbers say different. And I'm not on about XG or any of that shit, because that's only potential. I'm talking about, like, actual things. Oh, Jot, does anyone even see that? Go on, Diaz. Diaz chasing this fella. Well done. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. Well done, Diaz. And the club, Liverpool had least cards than any other team for a few seasons, of course, because he believed in playing with honesty as a manager. There's no reason we're bitter, jealous rival fans because we've their own agenda. Exactly. I am the agenda destroyer. I am the shit upon agenda. You can call me that. If you want me to be a little bit cocky about that, I will. Because it's not my stats. It's Opta's, it's FB refs, it's every legitimate stat based. system out there. Go on, have you make your way up the line. Man, Chief, thank you for sharing the live. That's smoking us. Yeah. Go on, Salah. Oh, that was nearly into Gravenberch if he's just got a toe poke on it. Lynchy says support your local. Who do you support, Lynchy? Who do you support? So what are you doing in here in the Liverpool chat? What are you in here? I don't even support local. Jeff, thank you for the follow. Support local, man. 12-year-olds coming into the chat telling me to support local. I've been following Liverpool with season tickets since 1985. Well, not my season ticket, but following since 1985. The hell would I listen to a Bohemians fan? Yeah, and my uncle and all of them were also part of the board. I don't support Cork City. I support Liverpool. If Cork City and Liverpool were playing tomorrow, I'd support Liverpool. Just, I support Liverpool. I always have. I can go out and support my local team. You know, I supported Rockmount for years. Go out and support them. That's a local team. Or does it have to be an elite local team for your opinion? As you see, you're not saying which one is local. Because for me, local is local on my doorstep. If you want to go on my doorstep, I support my local. Mallow is right there as well. What? One half. Oh, I support Rockman, you know. It has to be a premium team. Is it like a Premiership team or something there? But why would I do that? You know, isn't it better to stay loyal instead of supporting somebody just because they're Irish? I mean, I support Cork in the GA. I mean, you're sitting there saying support local, yet we're playing an English game. You know what I mean? So, like, if we're playing an English game and you want me to support an Irish team in an English game, then that's a bit hypocritical, really, like, isn't it? Makes no sense. Go on. Oh, yeah? Jota. Jesus. Caru says, Dali Darwin. Yeah. It's a great quote. Joel Jones, thank you for the follow. You see, some of that logic never makes sense, Lynchy. If you're going to go into people's chat and tell them support local because they have an Irish accent, then you have to distinguish which is local and which is not. So I would support my local team, which is 5 minutes down the road here, and that's a football team, you know? So, I mean, if they were playing Cork City in the morning, I'd be supporting them. That's just the way it is. But if you're asking me who do I support in an elite level of football, I support Liverpool. I have done. Liverpool, Ireland. But you can't turn around in an English sport and tell somebody that they can't support another team if they're not local. That local logic is the thickest thing I've ever seen on this planet. Teams don't become big if they're supported only by locals. They don't get funded if they're supported only by locals. They just play local shit football all the time. And then you have to take away the joy of going travelling around the world, following a team you love. Nah, I live my life the way I want to live, a kid. You limit yourself. My father was a Liverpool supporter before this. My grandfather was a Liverpool supporter before this. My grandmother was a Liverpool supporter before this. Tough call in the USA and Texas. You support University, now Texas University. Yeah. Makes no sense. When I hear people saying that's a lovely accent when they come in there, always Mr. Big Boys on the keyboard. Juan Diaz. Handball. Oh. What's he happening for? Sorry, Cal. I was on a rant there for a while. Sorry. Spiders, I'm back to where I was. I've only missed like 4 messages. There's reason for a bit of jealous rivals. I would say Luton Town, I've had the least yellow cards in Premiership history. Yeah, there you go. That would say it. Exactly. That was my point to your man earlier, Cal. That's exactly my point to your man earlier. How could he say the Liverpool have it in the less? He's saying out of the top 6 teams, though. So if you count the top 6 teams. It's a 50-50. Bronson Smith says, can you move so you can see it? What do you want to see, Bronson? Have a look there for a second. Tell me what you see there. Oh, is that a handball? Is that Sugar Water giving away another handball for Southampton twice in one season? Oh, he used his elbow. That's a handball. He used his elbow. That's a handball. It's going to be a penalty. He stuck out his elbow to knock it forward. Yeah, look, he knocks it forward to stop it. That's a penalty all day long. Yeah, he brought that forward. No, there's no nudge. No. No, Luis Diaz is trying to get past him. It's going to be a penalty. Yeah, 100%. Come on, Mo. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the t-shirt. I sent you a pic on Facebook. Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't fucking see that. Sorry, this. I have to see that now in a minute. I have to go to. He's going legend or level with Sergio Aguero. Let's go more. Come on, more. I know. I look at that in a second, Carl. You see, thank you for the follow, Evan Muse. Thank you for the follow. Come on, more. More SALAH with a penalty. Get in! Get in! That's it, lads. There you go, lads. 3-1. What a legend. 3-1. 3-1. You take that. Great pen. Stop, top right hand corner stanchion. Unbelievable. These penalties are getting better, lads. That's Sugar Ware's second penalty given away this season, by the way. After coming on. Can we play him every week? Alright, let me just check this out. What the hell is that chat again? There we are. Oh, it's the wrong one. Here we are. Oh, it's the location one that they do. 56 West and whatever it's the location. You never walk around Anfield. Nice. We're gonna win the league. Are you gonna believe us? And now you're gonna believe us. And now you're gonna believe us. We're gonna win the league. Ben, thank you for the follow. Fella's already jumping on chats inside on Facebook, slating Nunes just before he scored. Trent, gone off. That will do really good for my FPL. Salah, my captain, same for me, bud. It's one of our constant win scores. It is. Definitely right. Andrew Quinn, that defender. But then we gave a penalty in the first half against, looks like he did the chicken dance. Second penalty today's game. Yeah. But yeah, he gave us one in the first game. Endo coming on, man. Must be a Liverpool fan. Who's that? I'm off, guys. See you Tuesday. Are you going to no, not this one. That's one of the lads' turns. I'm not over again, Sav, until because I have holidays next month. Because I missed the Newcastle game being sick. And this is the only league game this month. One of the other one of our group has the PSG game at home, and then the same lad has got the next round as well, because I swapped with him for the Arsenal game. So we're going for the Arsenal and the Crystal Palace game at the end of the season instead. What you wanted to see? It's 7 minutes at a time, lads. So otherwise I would have been going to this in Crystal Palace and then maybe the Champions League final if we got there. Darlington, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm live Tuesday. Yeah, I should really pop that up. Did I even change that till last night? Hang on. Yeah, there we are. I am, lads. Next live. Liverpool versus PSG. Tuesday night, I'll be here from 7:45. Good waste, lots of points. Could be fun. Redeeming points worked in Premier League stream. Make Kev sing for chat. I wouldn't do it in the football stuff. I wouldn't allow it in the football stuff as. Definitely not. I'd be doing it in the game and stuff, but not in the football stuff. So that probably will never be added to the football things. Unless it's like a live talking thing. Where I have to like do conversations and stats while singing. That'd be funnier. But not in a watch-along. There you go, Salah. Straight to Harvey. Go on, Harv. Salah. Brilliant. Maka. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. Supposed to change the time. Bang, bang. What's the lowest amount of points has anyone ever gotten in the Premier? I think it's Derby. Crystal Palace beat Ipswich. Odin Kotobali, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. I think it's Derby County is the lowest ever points, I think. If I remember rightly. Go on, sir. Oh, there's a penalty between Brighton and Fulham. That's 1-1. Come on, Endo. Ooh, there's Ali. Yourself. So when I'm sitting here, I can be editing this, man. Bang. Bang. So I have to see what happens in that other game, but Diaz kind of deserves a goal today. He really does. You know that. Southampton have 9 points. That's a terrible turnover. When 8 points or something for Derby and Southampton passed that, so they could never finish the lowest or something. Great ball. There's Diaz. That's one. Get up, Diaz. Come on. They're not a foul, no? Crystal Palace and Ipswich not going to make a difference to my league table. But Brighton and Fulham will. Whoa. So the penalty. Good. That looks like it's going to be Brighton 2, Fulham 1. I'll just put that on 8 just in case. Brighton are flying at the moment, aren't they? I'll edit that. Leveling points with Chelsea in 5th. Brighton could get Champions League, you know. Here we go. Kanate. Oh, ref, come on. Sorry, no, lads, I'm missing chat. I know. Right. You see, 2 p.m. in Discord. I didn't. I'll have a look there now. I don't go through it when I'm in the middle of a game, but I did see there was like about 10 or 11 of them. That will do really good for my FPL Salah captain. Defender for them, yeah. I've got Salah, Sabo, and Darwin in FPL. I have Salah, Diaz. Do I still have Diaz? Actually, I haven't looked at it in a couple of weeks. And that's not like me because I was tapping everything. I know, another goal here and get this. That away 47 points anyway so far. Mo Salah's got 24 points for me. Alexander-Arnold. Munoz has got 6 points for me. Cunha's injured. I didn't realise that. There's Harvey Elliott. Go on, Harvey with a blaster. Oh, that was almost cheeky. That was almost cheeky. Harvey Elliott tried to play a bit of snooker there, trying to bounce it off. What a ball. I'm here for Premier League Cup Street Parade. We were robbed of one last time. I would bring the 2 cups, to be honest with you, Panav. I'd bring 2 of them and celebrate both. It's alright to do so. Yeah, Brighton have beaten Fulham. That's it. Liverpool have beaten Southampton 3-1. And Salah with 2 penalties. Can't see United beating us. I can see him getting a draw. It's a different game when they play. Like, nobody can see United beating us or getting anything against us either. And they just kind of, the last couple of games, they've gotten fairly lucky against us. It is Derby, yeah. Oh, Carl, I was right, yeah, Derby, yeah. Yeah. Was it 8 points or something they had, Max? And I think Southampton passed them because they got a draw. So he got another 5 points, man. I need to start putting him into the team. But Aina got me 6 points. Yeah, so I still have... Oh, and Cell's got me 7 points beating City, so that's a good run so far. And I have... I'm definitely going to parade with Jack and Connor, maybe Doug, Rick, Luke, and probably UK also. I'll be there, yeah, I have another few lads to stay out. No, I won't be going to the parade, Andrew, if we get to the Champions League final, unless I can get some sort of flight back, which will be mayhem. But I'm playing in Munich with the band in the 2nd week of June. But we're there just before, we're there the 31st, the 1st or whatever like that of June if we get to the final. So I could be in Munich, so I won't make a difference. You know, I might miss getting to the parade in time, but you know, if they hold it on the Sunday. Yeah, United beat them in the FA Cup, yeah. Yes, man, I was trying to say, get away from Premier League Cup, yeah. Even a draw would do, man. Definitely going. So there we go, lads. That's the, let's get this up there. Brilliant, lads. Yeah, well, that's 70 points, broken the 70-point barrier. Yeah, for me, I said that 80 points could win this title. the goal difference is key. I know Arsenal have 2 games left, but you're looking at there now. It's now 14 goals the difference. This is what I was saying earlier on the season, lads. When I said that we would have to do 65% of what we did in the first half of the season, plus Arsenal would have to win at least 3 or 4 games by about 6-0 to even get level with us for the rest of the season. And people were saying, "No, you're talking nuts." I know you can see it here yourself. You know, there's 16 points of a difference and 14 goals of a difference. You know, just because there's 2 games in hand from Arsenal, which is now pretty much United and Chelsea is their games in hand. You know, so great result, guys. Exactly. But Andrew was saying that if we don't get to the Champions League final, and I'm already over there for that last game of the season anyway. Nunes ran out to the Southampton fans and he was like this. It was a great goal by him, by the way. Great position making. So I'm starting tonight, lads, at 9 o'clock, which is 4 hours from now. So I've got like an hour to get ready. Go up, have a shave, do all of that. I think we're kicking off at 9 p.m. That's a no lose your faith in this. Exactly. See all the plastic boys that were in earlier, man. They got banned. You see why I banned them straight away. People who don't understand and believe in this team, especially at the stage that we're at these days, like that's so does me nothing, man. Does me nothing. When they leave those on, actually. That's what I wanted to do, was pause that, set that, bang that back, turn that off. There you go. Alright. I know when we're sitting here, I can do a little bit of this and get this ready. Right. See. I hate the half and half scarves. They're only there for the one matchers. Mark. They're only there for lads that are only going to go to that game and they won't come back again for 4 years. That's all they are. When you see them in the stadium, you know exactly who they are. And there's only one true half and half scarf. It's Liverpool and Liverpool reserves. So I know, lads, let me just have a look at this while I grab. We gotta grab this. Click on that. Scoreboard. Oh, we're at home. What am I doing? Don't worry about that shite. Everything's at home. Copy. It's nice to have a few home games in a row, isn't it? It's only half young. Copy. It's magic, lads. Oh, 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 it's magic. You know. Yeah. Champions League colours changed. Take that result. On Tuesday. I didn't see what Cal said. Sorry, lads, I'm missing the YouTube chat because that's covering my screen here. as we speak. It's magic. That's that. Let's get the bang. That's ready for Tuesday. So, and good luck. So 3.5. You did, Carl? You did. Will we buy a scarf anyway? Yeah, nobody would. Well, nobody worth their salt anyway. In saying that, I own one from 2007. And the only reason that I did is because it was when the young lad Reese, the Everton fan, was killed, and his family came out, and they played Z cars at Anfield for the first time ever. And when it was doing the whole Z cars at Anfield, it was me and my buddy in the cop with the scars above our head, in solidarity with the young lad, singing "You Never Walk Alone," and the Sky Sports cameras were sitting on us for about 10 or 15 seconds. I don't know what I wonder if I can share that here. No, but I could show you there, but it's yeah, if you ever type in Z cars at Anfield from 2007, oh, you see the live didn't chat, didn't appear on your screen in the past 2 minutes. Mobile device, the way that is. Ghost parents and his dad, I try to see it there. Yeah, it's the only one I have. It's still sitting in my mum's. It's not even in this house. It's still sitting in my mum's house above in the top of the cupboard. I just told her to keep it there. Don't ever move it. And it was Liverpool Toulouse in the pre-season or the Champions League qualifier thing years and years and years ago. So we won it 4-0 anyway in that game, and we were there. And yeah, 2007 I think that was. It was me and Stevie Scousers, a gingerish lad who's born in Liverpool, except for his dad moved over to Ireland. Jesus, Eddie Scousers, he's been living here 40 years now, married an Irish one. He's divorced from her a long time as well. But yeah, they had 2 kids together, Steve and his sister. And Steve was only on to me the other day, actually. We're all still buddies, man, for the longest time. Like, we're going back to like Brannigan's days. Brannigan's was like a big Liverpool supporters bar in the city here. And when that shut down, everybody kind of like really split up. And I think Dwyer's is the only place that really took over from that since. Because some of the club went to St. Cashman's, but that was a horrible place to go to for football. And a lot of the older fellas went over there and did moan every game. And you couldn't enjoy an atmosphere there, to be honest with you. I'm just being honest. Couldn't, like. And pretty much hogged most of the club's tickets that were going around the place. So that was horrible. Most of us kind of went into the Dwyer's here in Cork. But anyway, in saying that, and there's a lot of sound lads in it. It's just that when a clique of them got together, it just wasn't nice. SALAH stats are incredible this season. Yeah, in fairness. I have to be like, oh shit, yeah, I'm going to have to go because I'm going to have to charge me stuff and everything. I just realised that there. I'll be back Tuesday night for the game for PSG, obviously. I'll bang up the league table while it's there just one more time before we finish up. There you have it, lads. Live in Cheshire. That's, what's his name? Michael Owen's territory. Thanks, Ozzy. Yeah, lads. 70 White. Brighton moving up into 6 now level with Chelsea. Look at that. And it's looking like the Premier League are going to more and more have that 5th spot for the Champions League with that fair play and all everything else that's going on in the league so far. So that could be pretty good. The fact that Newcastle are still in there, because I said Newcastle would get one of those positions, the 4th or the 5th. I actually thought it was going to be Newcastle and Aston Villa, but Aston Villa have dropped down to 10th now. So it'll be harder for them to get back in. especially still being involved in it this season. It's just going to be harder for him to do it again. I think. But yeah, I have to go and sing tonight, lads, and my voice is still not back. I always try to enjoy a night, but I'm going to be tired. Can City, what was that? City can easily get knocked out of Europe, yeah. Yeah, I think so as well. They're just too yo-yo for me. Wouldn't be funny if we're Brighton and Newcastle. I know if they came up. Bournemouth are ones to watch as well. If they can get that form back from the last few months, and not have any drop off. It was 3-1 to Liverpool. If they can get that form back, I'd bank them over all the other teams above them. Nice one, guys. Yeah, I'll be here on Tuesday, lads. I'll be here from 7:45. I'll try and do a bit of it earlier if I can. All depends on what I have to talk about before games. A lot of people start the stream half an hour beforehand. They have a lot of clickbait that they want to talk about. No hassle, Mooch. Yeah, but I just like talking about whatever's happening in the game. And if there's anything big that's going on, then I'll have a chat about it. But you can do all that in 15-20 minutes. I don't need to start my stream an hour beforehand unless I have a guest to talk to. I could do that, you know. I could like start setting up streams where they start 45 minutes beforehand. I could bring on guests for half an hour to chat, and then I say good luck to the guest, and then I start talking about the game build up. I wouldn't mind doing it that way. It's easier than doing a show, like it's easier than doing multiple shows. So it should be great. So you guys have a good weekend. Yeah, there's merch there, but that's only for the game and stuff. I'd have to get the who'd want to buy my football merch, because we all support it. Everybody would buy the Liverpool stuff first. Game and stuff is alright though. Yeah, so speaking of game and stuff, my wife got a haul before I go away. She was in Chicago for the week working, and stuff that we can't get over here she was after getting a hold of me, because I collect statues and things like that. Look at this. She found Nightmare Batman for me. Handy. Yeah. So everybody knows I like my statues. Also, this is like a gold label one, so this one's hard to come by, which is great. Nice bit of Wildcat. Ba-dum. So, yeah. It's like DC's version of Black Panther. The Black Panther was based on. Yeah. A lot of Marvel characters are based on DC characters, because all the writers were there were in DC, you know. And then some of them, when they had the characters there, they came over and just pretty much created the same character at Marvel. Because I remember if you go back to Darkseid days, he was writing Darkseid, the writer for Darkseid, and then before he introduced it into Marvel, or he had it on the board to introduce him, he went to DC Comics and took all these characters with him. And when they moved over, Marvel just copied whatever was left on his storyboards and just gave it a different name. And that's why you have Thanos now, even though, you know, Darkseid is much more powerful. But anyway, Ted Grant, big fan of Justice Society. There you are, Ted Grant. So that was that one. And go back to the days. And this beauty. She forgot one of them because she just thought I told her to leave it, but she'll pick it up the next time she's over there in 2 months again. But yeah. How cool is that? All the different expressions from it, from Pennywise. Nice. There we go. You thought Batman the box, he did. Yeah. Pennywise, yeah. So there you go. She got them, but there was actually a Mike Myers that she was supposed to get for me, and she thought I said, "Oh," when I kind of went, "Yeah, get that one." I goes, "Yeah, get that one, but look at that one to the right as well." And when I told her to look at that one to the right, she put down and Mike Myers picked that one up, and because she was only on her phone, I didn't see her not picking it back up. So she left bloody, even Mike Myers with a different style of heads from different Halloweens and outfits. It was pretty cool. So she'll get that the next time she's over, if it's still there. But because you can't ship to Ireland anyway, from all of these places like Target and Walmart and all these places. So there's that kind of like collectors. I collect kind of. I don't open them boxes. So some statues they do open because they're not meant to be in boxes. They're meant to be displayed. But then these ones are like sealed boxes, so I don't open them. I collect them. I always have. Anyway, as a comic fan. Yeah, lads, that's what time is it? Yeah, I have to go. I have less than an hour to get suit ready and the whole freaking hog and charge me stuff. Well, lads, I'll talk to you then. Nice one for coming in today. Appreciate it. There's been nearly 15,000 of you through on TikTok. And to all the new lads that followed, I appreciate it. And Anthony Harris, is it Harrison? Harrington, sorry, man. And a nice one for the gifts, man. There's 8 roses and 4 golden boxing gloves, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, cheers, lads. I'll talk to you on Tuesday. 16 points clear of Arsenal. I'm seeing you. Hurry up and give us our title. There you go. Here she says it. We'll finish it on that. Good luck, lads.